second-hand emotion. What's love got to do with this? Got to do with this? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Today I was feeling me some Miss Tina Turner. Miss Tina Turner, Mama Tina Turner. She's a legend, honestly. A woman, legend. Nam your ho. Oh, today, you know. Okay, hold on. I don't know what the hell. I'm manifesting. I'm intentionalizing a proper studio. Okay, so I don't have to keep doing this. In the meantime, I am grateful. Somebody, creative visionary, I see you. I see the divinity within you. I see you. The divinity within you. Yeah. Today, I'm thinking I would love, since Mama Tina Turner just came in today. She's just like came into my space. And I'm just like, I don't understand why she just came into my energy field. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she just came into my energy space and I was just feeling her energy. But today I woke up and I was chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So yeah, in my meditation, my private meditation. And I was just chanting it silently to myself because Mama Tina Turner just came through. Like, that woman is a visionary. Her energy, her spirit, it lives on forever. You know what I'm saying? It lives on forever. This is like true visionaries. Okay, so today, instead of a shamanic journey, we're not gonna call it a shamanic journey. We're gonna call it tapping into the field. Yes. Tapping into the field, surrendering to the field. I don't know, maybe I'll change it. But shamanic journey is beautiful, but it boxes me and I'm unboxed. Tapping into the infinite. That sounds more like it. That sounds more like me. So yeah, we're gonna reword that. Let me work on it and we'll come with a new one. But today I want to chant. I love chanting. I really do love chanting. So today I want to chant. So please take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Yes. So today I would like for us to chant. I used to go to a center, I think this was like 2009, 2010, in Vegas. It was called SGI. It's Zen Buddhism. So I've gone through quite a few iterations of Buddhism. Mahayana, Theravada. I started with Zen Buddhism and then went through the different iterations of Buddhism. Buddhism is Buddhism. But honestly, no, I lie. I started with Theravada, which was Vipassana meditation. So yes, I lie. I started with that. And then I went to Zen Buddhism, which is a different iteration. And then in China, I was in the Mahayana Buddhism. And then here in Thailand, I finally ordained in Theravada Buddhism. I've always loved Tibetan Buddhism, but I never got deep into the study of Tibetan Buddhism, like really deep. I mean, I chanted with Grindhara, but I didn't really study it because the full study of Tibetan Buddhism requires that you understand Tibetan, the Tibetan language. So yeah, I just couldn't. So most of the Tibetan books that are written on Tibetan Buddhism are translations. And so yeah, but I really love the practice. So today, to honor my remembrance of Miss Tina Turner, Mama Tina Turner, visionary Tina Turner, I'm thinking, why not? Let's chant Namyaho Renge Kyo. Why not? Let's learn something new. Let's be in a vibration. It's all about vibration. Vibration. Okay, so if you want to close your eyes, please close your eyes. Hold on. Okay, great. So if you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. If you just want to look at me, it's fine. You can just look at me. It's not that big of a deal. It's not hocus pocus. It's just hocus pocus. It's just a vibration, just sound, centering, just sound, centering. I really found that chanting Namyoho Renge Kyo really helped me a lot. It really helped me. Sound. Vagus nerve. Okay, so let's do this. You can join in with me if you know Namyoho Renge Kyo. You don't have to join in with me if you don't. You can just listen to the vibration. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Reminding the body that it is worthy of self-love. Reminding the body that it is worthy of relaxation and peace. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Relaxing the shoulders and being centered in this beautiful moment, in the awareness that you are here. You are here. You are breathing. You are the potential of love fully expressing itself on planet Earth. The potential of goodness. The potential of peace. The potential of abundance. The potential of wholeness. You are the face of love. Namyoho Renge Kyo. Namyoho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyoho Renge Kyo. Namyoho Renge Kyo. Namyoho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyoho Renge Kyo. Namyoho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyoho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, Namyaho Renge Kyo, Namyaho Renge Kyo, Namyaho Renge Kyo, Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Please take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Please take a deep breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Relax the shoulders. Feel the peace. Feel the love. Feel your essence and know that you are here. If you had your eyes closed, please open up your eyes and be present with me in this moment. Welcome back. How was that? Here we are here to explore different parts of life. We are here to explore the infinity of the field. The field. The field. What is the field? Consciousness. If you're a Christian, God. Okay. The universe. The field. Okay. Physical instruction. The body's guidance, resistance. I have not turned my ear away from divine instruction. Divine instruction about your physical well-being comes through your body's signals. Healthcare practitioners, health providers' recommendations, and your intuitive knowing about your own body needs. But you turn away from physical guidance because receiving it means changing lifestyle habits you're not ready to release. You resist body wisdom because acting on it would require discipline, discomfort, or admitting you've been neglecting your physical vessel. Maria's doctor has repeatedly recommended she reduce stress, improve sleep, and exercise regularly to address her chronic fatigue and digestive issues. Maria always agrees during appointments, but never implements the suggestions, claiming she's too busy or that her situation is too complicated for standard health advice. She turns away from physical instruction that could restore her energy and health, because following it would mean changing work patterns and lifestyle choices she's not prepared to modify. Turning away from physical instruction keeps you trapped in cycles of physical dysfunction while maintaining the illusion that you're addressing your health. You resist guidance that could transform your physical experience because your ego is more invested in maintaining current habits that create optimal health. Embodiment practice. Think of physical guidance you've received from doctors, your body, or health practitioners that you've ignored or dismissed. Feel where resistance to physical instruction manifests in your body, often as tension, numbness, or disconnection from the areas that need attention. And say, I listen to and honor my body's wisdom. I receive physical instruction with gratitude and commitment to action. Let's read again. Okay? Physical instruction, the body's guidance resistance. Divine instruction about your physical well-being comes through your body's signals, healthcare providers, recommendations, and your intuitive knowing about what your body needs. But you turn away from physical guidance because receiving it means changing lifestyle habits you're not ready to release. You resist body wisdom because acting on it would require discipline, discomfort, or admitting you've been neglecting your physical vessel. Let's continue reading. Maria's doctor has repeatedly recommended she reduce stress, improve sleep, and exercise regularly to address her chronic fatigue and digestive issues. Okay. Let's talk about this. Okay. So, I came into the awareness that burnout is something that I've been working through with a lot of leaders across my career. Many leaders across my career. We would start working on something. It didn't matter if it was stock market investing, trading, business growth, all of these things. But it would eventually lead to burnout. I was born for this. Now I admit. But it was a secret conversation between my clients and I. It's like, nobody wants to admit that they burnt out. If you do not want to admit that you burnt out and you just keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, what usually happens is that you end up fragmenting. The body will just give in. It will just give in. You will fall into a depression. You'll have all sorts of anxieties. You will literally crack. You'll end up in a psych ward. Or mad. I used to speak to men in Vegas who were living on the street. I used to volunteer. And my volunteer adventures started with me volunteering at a homeless shelter for women and children. It wasn't for me. Honestly, it wasn't for me. I used to get drunk. Every Friday, I used to go and volunteer and teach life skills classes. I used to come home and just hit the bottle. Bang, a whole bottle of wine. I was like, I had to stop that. I was like, the amount of trauma, the sad stories, the energy, it was just too much for me. It's like it used to just overwhelm me. And I couldn't handle it. It was just not for me. Like abused woman is just so overwhelming for me. I just couldn't do it. And I finally just became truthful towards myself and saying, these are not my people. It's just not my people. It was just too much. I was harming myself. So the volunteer experience was great because, I was supposedly giving and sharing, but these women didn't really care that I was there. They didn't want what I was sharing with them. They just didn't care. They were too traumatized. It wasn't their fault. They were too traumatized. And the energy, because I'm a very, very sensitive person, energetically, as Usanusi, as shaman woman, I could feel the energy, and I was just like, whoa. It was just so much drunk every Friday. I said, no, I cannot harm myself like this. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to continue to volunteer. That was years later after that, volunteering at the homeless shelter with women. I decided to volunteer with men who were on the street. So I volunteered with Catholic charities, and every morning we used to go and feed. I had a brother. We'd be downtown Las Vegas, 5:00 in the morning, and we're feeding. We're cooking first, and then we are feeding coffee, food from the casinos. We used to feed them with food from the casino. Some of them you could see, some of them still had these fancy teeth, like the veneers. And I would ask myself, one guy, actually there was two guys that had the fancy teeth, white men. And I said to myself, okay, how did you get here? You have veneers. It's expensive to get veneers in America. Americans have mastered the art of veneers. They're not too big. They're not too white. They're not too... some other nationalities, Thailand has mastered the art of beautiful teeth. Some other countries are starting to jump on board, but sometimes you can see the teeth are too big. They're like too big, and they're like too gaudy, and they're too white. Nobody has teeth like that. But this man downtown had the perfect Hollywood smile. I said, but what are you doing downtown here? He was like, stress. I had a business, this and this and this. I hit a roadblock in business. My marriage fell apart. My children hate me. And I lost everything. And now I'm downtown here in Las Vegas, asking for food, receiving food, coffee, and you are acknowledging me, having a conversation with me. That experience, it touched me deep. This is why I can still share it. And then I met another one, similar. This one had nightclubs. And he was like, yeah, I had nightclubs. He's also beautiful teeth. I said, but like, how did you get here? Tell me, how did you get here? Because I always want to understand the why. This was 2016, 2017. Oh, I think it was like September 2017. I got on a flight and flew back to South Africa. And I went to go talk to my dad. Because I was already talking to my dad on the phone. And I was telling him about all of these men that I was seeing on the streets in Las Vegas. I'm like, I'm confused. I don't understand what's going on. And my dad was like, burnout. Well, he didn't say burnout. He said stress. He said, yo, Tembi, stress will kill you, Stress will kill you. He didn't have the vocabulary for burnout. And yet this was the very same thing that I was working with men. From Wall Street days to consulting on burnout. But I didn't even know what burnout was. There was no vocabulary. I didn't have the vocabulary for burnout. It was like, yeah, stress. Everybody experiences stress, But it was like burnout. I had the protocol and the medicine. I was going to yoga myself. I was eating raw food. I lived a very quiet life of meditation, 2 hours of Vipassana meditation. And I was just living a very quiet life. Okay, sometimes I would go out, but most of my life is just reading, quiet, meditation, yoga, cleaning my house, being with my husband, not too much drama. I didn't realize what a conundrum this burnout was then and is now. I really didn't understand it, honestly. I was working with people on it and I'm like, they would heal and they would get on with their life, but I actually didn't understand the sheer magnitude of this. Like magnitude. And then so I go home to South Africa and I'm having conversations with my dad, and my dad's like, this is a big thing. It's a huge thing. And I was like, but my dad called it stress. He says, no, Tembi, when you function at levels of business where you have a lot of responsibility, you have a lot of stress and people don't understand. And I said, but Baba, how can these men end up on the street? You can tell their teeth are very beautiful. How does somebody end up on the street? My dad said stress, and people don't understand it. Come to find out that my grandfather went through the same experience. And I went through the same experience. It's ancestral. So if you don't believe in ancestral stuff, it's quantum physics. The energy field in which you incarnated into, which is your family, your lineage, has specific health challenges. It has specific positive characteristics and traits. And it has challenges that you have got to work through and overcome. Each person in that family energy field, quantum physics perspective, from ancestral perspective, each member of that family comes with blessings and curses. It's not really curses, it's challenges that every member of the family has to overcome. And when other members of the family do not want to overcome their own challenges and just become lateraners, leeches, leavers, and liars, it collapses the whole system. It collapses the whole system. But most humans are not willing to have these kind of conversations. Most leaders are not willing to have these kinds of conversations because the dominant programming for leaders, for visionaries, is that you are the one that goes ahead and you take care of everybody. The one that rises must throw all up unto me. No, it doesn't work like that. But we've never actually sat down and dissected this idea of, number one, the field, the quantum field, and how companies, businesses, communities, countries, and individuals function within the field. So in a company, it has its own field. It has its own stories, the CEOs or the visionary story, their own challenges, everybody coming into the company with their own ancestral wounding, their own mental health challenges, their own perspective of how stuff should be done. Okay? And we're all creating a little culture in this company. There are disruptors in this company, usually the narcissists and the mentally unstable, and they will usually create a lot of havoc. A lot of havoc. Okay? Countries are the same. You could have people like Idi Amin, Hitler's, and they create a lot of havoc. Countries. And when we don't examine these patterns in the field within ourselves, it creates generations of dysfunction because we don't collapse the wave in that quantum field, the wave of dysfunction. It usually balances itself out in the end, but in the process of it balancing itself out, there is a lot of disruption and there's a lot of chaos. So, with this story of Maria's doctor has repeatedly recommending she reduce stress, improve sleep, and exercise regularly to address her chronic fatigue and digestive issues. If Maria never saw her mother work out, her father work out, yes, it sounds like a great idea. Please, you need to work out. It makes sense. Because if you don't work out, you have all sorts of these chronic fatigue syndrome, and there's a pill for that. Depression, there's a pill for that. Anxiety, there's a pill for that. You're constantly plagued by these. But in your ancestral field, your ancestral patterns, by watching your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your father, you've never seen them hit the gym. You've never seen them practice yoga. You've never seen them meditate. You've never seen them eat raw vegan food. So it's like, okay, yeah, I understand I need to work out. It's good for my health. I understand that, reducing stress is good for my health, but I don't have the neurosynaptic connections to even believe that I can do this. And I think this is why people have generations and generations and generations of diabetes, sicknesses that just don't stop. Because we don't have the neurosynaptic patterns. What I've noticed is that when you go off on a tangent, deviate from what your family or your community is used to, the norm is they are used to. Oh, the backlash. Oh, you think you're better than us now? You're practicing yoga. Oh my God, you're meditating and you don't want drama in your life. You're better than everybody. Maybe I am. Maybe I figured out that drama is expensive. I'm just saying, when you deviate from this norm, you will get attacked. You will be made fun of. You will be mocked. You will be ostracized. They will reject you. Number one, they don't have the neurosynapses to understand the benefits of what you're doing. They don't. Because at most of us, whether it's a family, whether it's a culture, community, country, have a fear of looking outside of our own dysfunction and saying maybe there is a solution out there that I have not even explored. That's why today I started with Namyaho Renge Kyo. Namyaho Renge Kyo, 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 Namyaho Renge Kyo. Zen chanting, Buddhist chanting. I used to go to SGI. 2008 was the recession, and I was so stressed out during that recession. And so I was like, let me try something new. Okay, I'm already meditating, doing Vipassana meditation, but I want to try something else. Like, I just need to be in calm. So I found this SGI meditation place, and I started going and I started chanting. I was like, oh my God, this makes me feel so much better. Turns out it's Japanese. Well, it's not Japanese, but okay, yes. Turns out the Japanese use it, Namyaho Renge Kyo. But it's Zen Buddhism. That gave me the confidence to believe that I could make it in Japan. So when I moved to Japan, I was like, oh, I've already chanted. I understand this Namyaho Renge Kyo. And then when I started engaging in Shinto, which is kind of like the mystical part of their religion, like the shamanic part of their culture, not religion, their culture, but it is kind of like a religion, but it's a culture. It's a culture. It's a mystical practice, Shinto. I was like, oh, I got it. But I had already understood the Zen Buddhist path. So when I started going to the Shinto temples and meeting Amaterasu, I was like, oh my goodness, this is the next stage of my unfolding, the next stage of my growth. Majority of humanity are afraid of curiosity, even if the medicine that you need is somewhere else. We all live on this planet. I think every single person has a little bit of a gift they can share with you. You don't have to fully go into and take every part of the gift, but you can just learn something. When I was highly stressed in 2008 during the recession, chanting Namyaho Renge Kyo was such a relief. It was just such a relief. And then I found out, at one of the meetings, they were like, oh, you're the only black person that comes to the meeting. I was like, I am? They're like, yes, but you're like Tina Turner. I said, oh, she used to chant Namyaho Renge Kyo. I said, I had no idea that Tina Turner used to chant Namyaho Renge Kyo. I had no idea. No idea. No idea. So you never know, like, where you're going to get relief. You never know. But if you stick to the patterns that you are familiar with, because your society says this is familiar, your family says this is familiar, and you cannot get out of this, your country says this is familiar and you cannot get out of this, you're missing out on healing modalities that might be beneficial for you. I am a little bit like Maria. I don't really like to take pills, okay? But I really do give doctors a hard time. Yeah, because I just tell them I'm a shaman. I don't do pills. Before, I used to kind of like hide behind my ancestry and be like, my grandma told me not to take white people medication. White people medication. I used to just hide behind that. And then one day I recently, it was like maybe, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, I just said, no, I'm a shaman. I don't take medication. If it's like dire, yeah. But like antibiotics and all of these things, I've never taken that stuff. Prescription medication, not really. I just take vitamins and that's it. But I've always been this. I've always fought with doctors because I just never wanted to get hooked on medication. I'm not saying medication is bad. If you need to take medication, please take your medication and don't feel shame. Don't feel shame. But maybe can we explore the root cause of the ailment? And if you explore the root cause of your ailments, maybe you can get off the medication because the medication is very expensive. What else could you do with that money? And medication changes your neurobiology, you know? And then this is why people are addicted to pills. Okay? It's just a thought. It's just a seed planted in the field. But if we haven't seen anyone in our family that is healthy, it's difficult to change our habits, to look at our habits, because we haven't seen different. And when we do see different, we judge, we mock, we reject. Why is this human beings? Because we fundamentally live in fear. Yet we are afraid of death. If you do not change habits that are quickly leading you to the grave, and it's not like you're going to the grave to just die out, you're going to come back because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. You're going to come back and probably be in the same energetic field, so with the same diseases again next lifetime. Who knows? Because it's pure potential. Maybe you transcend that, but I'm not really sure how you just magically transcend without actually doing something. How do you magically transcend? The universe is just like, oh, okay, it's just a free ride. No, we are here on this earth to learn something new, to grow, to evolve our patterns of thinking, our patterns of being, so that consciousness can evolve with us. Actually, we are evolving with consciousness. So I'm kind of exploring this idea that if you die with a sick body, you're going to come back and repeat until you figure out the sickness thing and realize sickness is an illusion. Wholeness is the only truth. I'm starting to explore that idea. I'm like, so if I die sick, that means I'm going to come back sick again next lifetime, and I'm going to have to repeat the same patterns within the same family. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. That's when self-respect begins. That's when self-love begins. That's when self-honor begins. That's when self-honor begins, because you're like, no, I won't. I won't die from stress. I won't take on other people's dramas, other people's chaos, and then die from stress like my dad. No, thank you. Like my grandfather? No, thank you. Why would I want to do that? It makes no sense. For what? I'm not Jesus. You're not going to nail me on a cross for me to take away your sins. The Lamb of God, take away our sins. No, thank you. Everybody, take up your own cross and walk. Okay, that's for me, okay? I challenge you to think a little bit like this. But no, I'm responsible for my family, you know, like family together. We stick together no matter what. Okay, you're going to take on the ancestral patterns of disease and stress and live a miserable life? For what? Why would you want to do that? It makes no sense. Honestly, it makes no sense. You're here to evolve and keep evolving, meaning you evolve in your mind, you evolve in your brain, you evolve in your thinking, you evolve in your body, you evolve in your spiritual practice, you evolve in your relationships. You don't keep repeating the cycle, same abuse, same abuse, same abuse. Miss Tina Turner, she was like, I'm not repeating the cycle with Ike. What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? She was like, I'm not doing that. Sorry, not sorry. She went to Switzerland and found herself a real white man and she was happy. Okay, maybe not. I remember my first time in Switzerland. I was like, wow, this is so amazing. This is so beautiful. That was after coming out of an abusive relationship. I said, oh, hell to the no. I leave this abuse. Because if all you know is abusive relationships and you don't try something new, you're going to stay in those abusive relationships. It's like, it's a pattern. It's within your electromagnetic field. You hold that pattern. And if you don't say no, enough, no matter what it takes, I'm sorry. No matter what it costs, I'm sorry. I will not stay in this dysfunction. Goodbye and God bless. You're going to keep repeating same story, same sadness, same problems. If it's health, same story, same health. So if you're repeating abuse, whether it's a toxic relationship with your family, whether it's a toxic relationship with love, whether it's a toxic relationship at work, you're going to have health issues, are you not? It just makes sense. It makes sense. But if you do not investigate and say, okay, but like, what made my grandma sick? What made my grandfather sick? Okay, yes, it was work. They were running businesses and they were very successful at these businesses. But like, okay, what really happened there? Bad relationships. Okay, so bad relationships create toxicity and, well, they are toxic. And they create a lot of stress and they create mental health issues and the body breaks down and then you having all sorts of depressions and anxieties. Oh, no. No. Okay, so let's look at the root cause of my problems right now, my stress, my burnout, and get rid of the problem. Goodbye and God bless. Somewhere else, not here in my world. I was talking to one guy about this, and I said, you know what? Growth will require you to leave a lot of people behind. Just leave them behind. He says, no, I can't do that. I said, oh, well, you got a serious problem. You're not going to grow. You're not going to evolve. This, you're not. You got to be willing to walk alone. I've walked alone since I was 17 years old. It's usually when I bring on familiar people that it's just like, oh, God, my problems begin. They begin. I learned the hard way, but it's good. It was the best money spent. The best. Especially after having conversations with my dad about this. He's like, it's the relationships. So if in your family, the relationships cause stress, you're going to get sick. And your illnesses will be unexplainable. Unexplainable. If it's money, those money problems are going to create illness in the body. There is no wealth without health. This is what I keep saying. There is no wealth without health. It's a law. Because if you don't have health of the body, what are you doing? What are you doing here? So you've got to find the root cause. For Maria, we don't know what her root cause is. I would say it's ancestral because maybe she's never seen someone live in peace. Maybe her family was chaotic and she worked and she saw her mother work a lot and she saw her father work a lot. So maybe she doesn't have the neurosynaptic connections and patterns in her field, in her brain, to know that self-care is important. And self-care is not just going to the spa. Self-care is having a diligent routine. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. Do not call me after 7. Okay? 7 p.m. I like to read at night. I like to meditate and feel the sensations in my body. Do not damn disturb me. I don't really like to turn on the TV before I go to bed. That's a routine. I wake up at a certain time, 6:30. I do my little meditations, and then I tap into the field and see what's going on in the world. Okay? That's maybe your routine. That's my routine. Somebody else's routine. Self-care is actually knowing thyself. I wake up, I meditate, I do this, I do this, I do this, and I do this. Because now your body has a routine for optimal health, for peak performance. Peak performance is not just running at the gym and just having a trainer who's going to train you, got six-pack abs, yet here mentally you are out of control. Out of control. Out of control. Bad choices everywhere. Your choices are harmful to people. Just saying. Okay. Maria always agrees during appointments, but never implements the suggestions, claiming she's too busy, work, okay, or that her situation is too complicated for standard healthcare advice. When I read into this, Maria is following an ancestral pattern. It's a pattern established in the field, in her ancestral field, her family field, and she doesn't even know that it is a pattern. And she is so afraid that if she comes out of this pattern, she will be rejected by her family, she will be mocked, she will be unloved. And a majority of us are living this. If I don't work more than other people at work, or come in early 7 o'clock, leave 9 o'clock, they will think that I am not a diligent or dedicated employee or leader or something like this. Okay, that is the field, the patterns within the field of that organization. You can say, no, I don't want this. This does not work for me. Because that means what? I must work like a donkey to make you rich? It doesn't make sense. And I must die and have health issues, have anxiety and depression. It does not make sense. You're not paying me enough money. This is not my gig. It's not my thing. Sorry, goodbye, and God bless. I'm walking out. So many people are afraid of that. What? You're going to leave a good job? A good company? Why would you do that? It's killing me. Maybe you're saying this to yourself. It's killing me. I cannot. It's literally killing me. I cannot do this. Very few people have the confidence to say this and walk through and finish. People like comfort. We love comfort. Growth. There is no comfort in growth. I'm sorry, there isn't. If you want comfort, you want to latch on to somebody and they must ride you. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Tell me. Okay, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Nobody's here to coddle you through this. You're not gonna make it, and you've got to be okay with that and say, yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm probably gonna die out of something. Okay, not a big deal. You'll be back. Death is not real. It's an illusion. You know. I'm going to die out of diabetes, this illness, that illness, that illness, that illness. You know what I'm saying? And just be okay with it. I'm going to crack and end up in a psych ward. Okay. And people are going to know that I didn't kind of make it. You're not weak. You just do not want to tell the truth about what's truly going on. When you tell the truth about what's going on, I cannot take this anymore. I am burnt out. I don't like these people that I'm around. These relationships are toxic. I don't want this in my world. Oh, that takes a lot of courage. And that takes the ability to walk alone until you get yourself right and meet the right people that you want to actually be around. Because a lot of people are living in a program. They're just living toxicity and claiming that it's normal. It's family. It's my job. It's my marriage. It's my friends. No, if you're toxic, get the hell out. But that would presuppose that you know thyself. You know what you will and will not tolerate. And so many of us don't know this because we do not know ourselves. This is why we have these discourse and these conversations, yeah? She turns away from physical instructions that could restore her energy and health because following it would mean changing work patterns and lifestyle choices. Oh yes, there we just were talking about Maria. Lifestyle patterns she's not prepared to modify. And it's okay. Maybe she's not prepared to modify it because she's got children in private school or, and she's like, I don't see a way out here. And even if somebody said to her, listen, you could do this, this, and this, and this, and this, the fear is so intense. She's like, no, I cannot even see that as an option. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you if you're here, but just acknowledge that the choices have consequences, right? Acknowledge it. The choices have consequences. And if you keep making the same choices, the consequences will follow. When the consequences follow, do not cry about them, because you've made the same choice over and over and over and over and over again. When the consequences arrive, this is the choice you've made. Accept it. It's what it is. This is being a visionary. This is being a true leader and saying, yes, I keep making these choices. This is really truth. And so I must live with the consequences and not complain and not blame anyone for the consequences that I am now living. Do you think this is it's easy? No. No. How do you think I know? Because I've had to look at myself and say, yeah, okay. These are the consequences of being in toxic relationships, even though my intuition is like, you need to get out of this. But no. Okay, this is what you get. Okay. Turning away from physical instruction keeps you trapped in cycles of physical dysfunction while maintaining the illusion that you're addressing your health. You resist guidance that could transform your physical experience because your ego is more invested in maintaining current habits that create optimal health. By the time I got to the jungles of Thailand, I was tired. I was tired of people's drama. I was tired of my own ignorance, my own inability to change. I said, I remember saying to my husband, I'm not going to make it. I am not going to make it if I stay in America. Something huge is coming. I already saw it in ayahuasca. There is a massive change coming. And if I don't get out of America and go and help myself, literally just help myself get back to joy, where I'm happy again, where I'm dancing, where I'm creating my art, where I'm just being myself, I'm not going to make it. I'm not. My husband is like, you are not a suicidal person. So I'm like, babe, I'm not going to make it. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to make it. And if you don't understand, then we probably need to get a divorce, because here I'm not. I swear to you, I'm not going to make it. I know myself. I'm at the edge now. I am at the edge, and I can't. Thank God I had a husband who's like supportive. Okay. Turns out that I was right. Turns out that my ayahuasca experiences were like, tap, tap, go, something huge is coming. And now it's here. Okay. Think of physical guidance you've received from doctors, your body, your health practitioners that you've ignored or dismissed. Feel where resistance to physical instruction manifests in your body, often as tension, numbness, or disconnection from the areas that need attention. Say, I listen to and honor my body's wisdom. I receive physical instruction with gratitude and commitment to action. I was resisting yoga for a long time, which I know yoga was my source of joy for my body. And then I started having serious hip problems. Oh, the hip problems. I literally would have to wake up every night and just massage my foot, my knee, my hip, all like 2 hours. And I said, no. Eventually, one day I said, just no, enough. I'm not going to live like an old person anymore. I just started doing yoga. Pain in your body is a message. Don't medicate it. Sit with the pain and ask it. Please tell me, what are you trying to share with me? Tell me. I'm willing to listen. I'm here. I'm listening. Tell me. Please tell me. We are going through a huge change in consciousness. Huge. I want to see you thrive through this change. But you don't know me. I'm just watching you on YouTube. I don't care if I know you. You are still a part of the field. You are still a part of consciousness. Can't you evolve with us? Let's evolve. Let's make it. Let's thrive through this. It's going to take you being conscious about the very vessel that carries your purpose, because you are the face of divinity unfolding. You are the center of infinite potentiality revealing itself. Who knows who and what you have come to express on this planet? Who knows? Many are not going to make it. You know, in the Bible they say, a thousand will fall at my right, 10,000 will fall at my left. When I heard this in the field, it was like a billion. Why? Because human beings do not love themselves enough to take care of the very vessel that carries them through this life experience. And human beings are afraid of change. They are so afraid of change. We are going through massive change on planet Earth. Massive. And the interruption is for us to not change, stay the same, so that we can be controlled. So maybe a billion are not going to die, and another billion are not going to die, and maybe another billion are not going to die, but they're not going to make it through to the other side. Only the visionaries are going to make it through to the other side. Truthfully, this. Because awakening is something else. It's not shits and giggles. It is not. I would love to love and light this for you and sugarcoat this for you, but no, reality is many are not going to make it. They're just going to crack. And some will just revert back to their old ways, even though it's not working, and they will sit there and be mad and angry at others. Some will, check out. Okay, not a big deal. You'll be back next time, lifetime, same story, same problem, same whatever. Not my business, not my problem. This is why I say you must put the mask on yourself first. This is the time. Put the mask on yourself first. Stop trying to save people. You're not here to save anyone, because that's God's job. That is the field's job. Okay? Everyone is self-reliant, because you did not create the oxygen. You did not create the earth that we walk on. You did not create the sun. Until you create all of this, you are not God or controller of anybody's life. So put the mask on yourself first, so that you can make it. And as you start pushing forward, others will see, okay, so it is possible. Yes, it is possible. I lived the collapse and now I'm here to share. It's kind of something. But when you rebuild from that, it's like, bam, I am invincible. Face of divinity. Immortal. And that's how this works. Okay. Let us do a mindfulness mentoring session today on pain in the body. So I would like for you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through the mouth with a big sigh, relaxing the shoulders. In through the nose and out through the mouth with a big sigh, relaxing the shoulders. Good. So now please continue to breathe normally, just normally. Normally. In through the nose, but just being conscious, and out through the mouth. Being conscious of your breath. Please keep your eyes closed throughout this experience. And just keep breathing, being conscious of the oxygen coming through your nostrils and exiting through the mouth. Just be conscious. In through the nose and out through the mouth. So now I would like for you to scan your body. What does scanning your body mean? It means just being aware. Placing your awareness, your attention on certain parts of your body. So we're going to start with the top of the head. As you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. What I would like for you to do is, if you'd like to take your hand or a few fingers or both hands and just feel the top of your head. Just place both fingers there. Feel the top of your head. Being aware of whether there are any sensations at the top of your head. What do you feel at the top of your head? It could be anything. It could be nothing. It could be itching. It could be coldness. It could be heat. It could be numbness. It doesn't really matter. What I would like for you to do is just feel at the top of your head. Just feel the sensation. feel whether there are any sensations now all over your head. You can just gently move your hand. If you want to open your eyes just for a little bit to see what I'm doing, please do so. But just gently move your hands. To feel whether there are any sensations on your scalp, on your head. Just feel. And you can name the sensation and say, oh, I feel a little cold on this part of my head. Maybe even put your finger there. Say, I notice, I am aware. This is truly what mindfulness is, awareness. So just feel, just hover your hands over your head. Feel, sensation right there. Cold, itching. Interesting. We're not judging. We're not condemning. We're not engaging with the sensation. We are just becoming aware of the sensation. Okay, so now what I would like for you to do is move your hands over your face. You can touch your face if you want to, but you don't have to. Just move your hand over your face. See, feel, taste, sense. If there are any sensations that you experience over your face, over your ears, just be aware. And you can name it. I feel some heat inside my eardrum. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Move your hands to your chin. Sense, notice what you feel there. Become aware. Are there any sensations on your chin? Any sensations? Don't forget to breathe in through the nose. That's a sensation as you feel the oxygen coming in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now move your hands over your throat area, your neck area. First, on the front side, which will be your throat area. And then move your hands, the back of the neck. Sense if there is any sensation on your neck. Your throat area is a very important part of your body. We think that the heart is important. Yes, it is. The digestive system is important. Yes, it is. The brain is important. Yes, it is. The eyes, the nose, the ears. But the throat is very, very important. Why? Because the throat is the seat of our body that communicates our desires, what we will and will not tolerate, our boundaries. So as you feel sensation over your throat area. Just the awareness. Remember, and the more you practice this, the more you stay in tune with thyself. The more you awaken this part of you, which is your authority. The authority to say no as a complete statement. The authority to decide what it is that you want, speak it with conviction, and have the courage to move in the direction of your dreams. The purpose that is speaking, living through you. So let's just sense if we feel anything around our neck area. Ooh, some heat. Interesting. Don't forget to breathe. Keep your eyes closed. Become aware. Aware. So I would like for you to now move your hands over your chest, heart area, slowly. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you sense any anxiety, if you sense any coldness, itching, jitters, just notice. Just notice without engaging in a story, without trying to fix it. Just notice. I feel jittery. I sense itching. Just be aware. I am aware that, I sense some cold right there. If you want to take your finger and place where you sense something, where you feel something, where you are aware of something on your body, you place your finger there. And then once you've placed your finger there and there is that awareness, let's keep moving the hands, the palms of the hands, down to our solar plex area, which is the top part of our stomach. Let's sense if we feel something there. Let's just be aware. Please keep your eyes closed through this practice. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you want to take a big sigh, go ahead. You deserve it. Your body deserves it. Let's move the hands down to the base of the tummy area, the top part of our pelvic area, and just sense, is there any sensation? What is my body feeling? What is my body feeling? Let's move the hands, the palms of the hands, towards the pelvic area. And ask and sense and feel, What is my body experiencing? No judgment, no story, no explanation, just being. Now let's move the palms of the hands across your upper thighs, all the way to your knee. What is my body feeling, sensing? Become aware of the sensations on your body. Become aware. This is your body. You have full authority over your body. This is your body. Sense, is there any pain? Heat maybe, tingles, stagnation. What is it? Without going into a story, without making yourself wrong, without judging yourself, just become aware. Become aware. Now move your hands down to your calves area, your shins, your ankles. Just focus your attention with your hands, not touching, just hovering over. Just focus your attention. What are you feeling? What have you become aware of? Maybe tingling. Maybe pain. Maybe heat. Become aware without a story. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, please move your hands towards your feet, your toes. And if you can't touch or move your hands towards your toes because you're sitting on a chair or on a bed, or just place your attention, just your focus on your feet, and just feel what you are feeling. Is there pain there? Is there heat there? Is there coldness there? Awareness. Now taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. I would like for you to touch a spot on your body that has pain. Maybe the pain is from working out too much or tearing your muscles during a workout experience. Maybe the pain is from injury. Maybe the pain is undiagnosed. Maybe you know why you are in pain in that part of your body, and and you've just been neglecting it. Because maybe you don't know what to do about this pain in your body. Maybe you've tried, you've taken medication, you've gone to doctors, and it's still, the pain persists. Just place your finger on that part of your body where you are feeling that pain. And instead of judging the pain, judging the body, I would like for us to practice something new. I would love for us to place our finger there, or even our hand. So if it's your shoulders that hurt, your neck, maybe just place your palm, both palms of your hands where you feel pain. And let's have an intention. Let's bless that part of our body by repeating after me. My beautiful body, you carry me through life. You carry my heart's desires. You carry the song of my soul. My beautiful body, I thank you. I love you. I honor you. And I'm willing from today to start having a respectful relationship with you. I love you, my beautiful body. I honor you, my beautiful body. I thank you, my beautiful body. You've been there for me. Through the pain, you've been there for me. Through my happy moments, you've been there for me. Through my sad moments, you've been there for me. Through my stressful moments, you've been there for me. Through my greatest achievements, you've been there with me. Through my seemingly greatest fears, I am thankful, my body. I honor you, my body. I respect you, my body. Whatever it is you need to share with me about this part of my body that's in pain, please reveal it to me. I'm willing to listen. And I'm willing to take action. Because I respect myself. Because I love myself. Because I honor my beautiful body. Thank you, my body. Thank you, my body. When I go to bed, please reveal to me what the root cause of this pain is. Please remind me, as the first thought I have when I wake up in the morning, how to reveal wholeness in my body beyond this pain. I trust that you know the path to wholeness for me. So I release any worry, because I trust that you know what's best for me. Thank you, my body. I'm grateful for you. I give thanks for you. Thank you, my body. I love you, my body. I'm grateful for you, my body. I honor you, my body. Thank you. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. You are the face of love. You are the face of beauty. You are the face of wholeness. Your body temple is precious. If you're going to continue sleeping, please have a great sleep. If you're going to continue with your beautiful day, please make sure that you keep smiling throughout the day. Remember to love yourself, respect your body, honor your boundaries. We love you long time. Long time. We love you long time. Ngikuthanda kakhulu sithandwa sami. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.